Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't mind this light that's on my face right now. Hopefully it doesn't distract the video, even though I just pointed it out. We're gonna be, it's your boy J Flex.
It's Princess.
And together we are
Siblings React.
Right, and this is actually be a very interesting video we got today. This is actually a full episode of 70-year-old, so this one True Blue. And this is a episode saying 70-year-old for 13-year-olds. Daddie / daughter, Donnie, Takedown with Hansen. That's the title.
Why did you read it like that?
The title kind of threw me off a bit because it's 70-year-old for 13-year-old.
13-year-old.
Because I was thinking it was going to say something else. But yeah.
/ daughter.
That sounds like an interesting title.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very interesting title.
I've watched a few episodes of Takedown with Hansen, and it's actually quite interesting.
Okay, yeah. Right. This is going to be my first episode.
Yeah.
So you know, you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
A little bit. Does it get mad?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen this one.
You know, I can't actually remember if because Sean, he's behind it. Sean Rec, for those who don't know, he's we was talking to him actually, and he was saying that one of them is the one that's like really dark, and the other one might be a bit more.
Is that the one he sent to you?
I couldn't remember which one. After he'll know. So I forgot which one this was, but we're gonna find out. This one already sounds mad. Shall we get straight in? Yeah, she's eating. Let's go.
This is a bad guy. Yes.
Oh, damn! Sounds like raw. Some intense music for the intro. I love it though. For an episode may contain strong language and things. Viewer discretion is advised.
Coming up on Takedown with Hansen. I've seen a lot of things in 19 years of covering predators going after children, but this is a first.
This is a first for me also.
This alleged predator has a very specific reason for showing up.
Hey babe, look who brought you a shake. Got a shake.
And he reveals disturbing information to me about his past.
One of the people thought I had what was called a love disorder.
But I'm not believing a word he tells me.
I want to explore sexual behavior.
You're an adventurer.
Yes.
Why don't you climb a mountain or something as opposed to come over and rape a 13-year-old girl?
Oh.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity
You know, is
software
that
where you
Hansen
can
that's doing the
manage
commentary as well?
anything related to your
like
work.
the narration. Like, but I don't believe him for a second. Like, I'm like, that's funny. But he's saying, look, after all my 19 years, like, this is something this is disturbing, and this is something that I haven't seen. Like, this must be crazy then.
Montgomery County, Ohio is the epicenter for Operation Intercept, the multi-agency task force assembled to combat child predators. Even though we're in the Dayton area, alleged predators looking to meet with underage children have no hesitation crossing state lines.
Damn.
This is 70-year-old Donnie from New Palestine, Indiana, about an hour-and-a-half drive away.
Pulling in the drive now.
But this road trip is about to land Donnie in handcuffs. Donnie has been chatting with who he thinks is the father of a 13-year-old girl. What he wants to do will make your skin crawl. Captain Terry Abels and I discuss the nature of the creepy and criminal chats. The next man due to arrive here at the Sting House has a very bizarre and disturbing fantasy.
Yes.
Tell me about it based on the chats.
So we have an older gentleman coming from out of state to meet a 43-year-old dad and his 13-year-old daughter to engage in sex acts with both of them.
With both of them?
Huh?
Have you ever seen this scenario before?
We have not.
So basically he thinks the dad is essentially going to pimp out his daughter, and then all three are going to have sex.
Correct.
I've seen a lot of things in 19 years of covering predators going after children, but this is a first.
Yeah, and doing this for almost 30 years, it's first for me also.
And it appears this man is a professional, well-to-do, and he's traveling from out of state.
Yes.
Does that add an additional federal charge here because it's interstate?
It could, yes. Yeah, it could add additional charges.
If you guys weren't here engaging in this chat online, This is a guy who'd be looking for a realistic scenario and wanting to victimize a 13-year-old child.
That's correct.
What should happen to a guy like this?
He should
big question.
absolutely be caught and absolutely prosecuted and jailed if that fits him.
Oh, that's mad.
Pulling in the drive now.
Donnie pulls into the driveway of the Sting house.
That's mad.
I'm gonna go out.
Watch as he heads straight for the door, milkshake in hand for the child he thinks he's coming to meet.
That's mad.
A sheriff's
He's so
detective
casual, man.
posing as the dad meets Donnie outside.
How are you?
Donnie,
How?
glad to meet you.
Likewise. Morning. Yes, sure.
This good sheriff can act.
Thank you. Hey, babe. Look who brought you a shake.
Babe.
Got a shake. Come on in, please. Come in.
Wait, he's calling his wife,
drive.
babe? What is
Great.
that?
Take the shake from
All right.
The door, I think.
right here.
You're
Please have a
joking.
seat.
That was good.
Was it? How's traffic?
Not bad.
No.
75 is bad.
75. Yeah, it's hit or
75 is
miss.
always bad.
Yeah.
What else? There's doing a lot of construction in Indiana.
For safety reasons, we've altered the female decoy's voice.
Hey, it's a long drive. What do you think of her?
Beautiful young lady. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. You nervous?
Such a young girl. She's so beautiful, isn't she?
Oh, tell me about it. Grown up.
Yeah, just a little nervous. Not really used to this.
Very nervous. Have you ever done this before? This is our first time.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm confused. This man is coming, so this man is coming because he thinks he's gonna do a thing with a daughter.
And I think the dad as well.
And he knows the dad's gonna do it. Or is there a thing like where he's come for the daughter, but then you're saying like the dad's gonna also like involve himself and just to see how he responds? I don't know if he knew that that's the part, but then even then.
But it says daddy, daughter, Donnie.
Sorry, I must have just missed.
So I think it is. He thinks he's gonna be doing it with the dad and the daughter.
Alright, let's see how it plays out because see how he responds to this because obviously that's not the actual dad, but that's
And that's not
the actual
an
yeah.
actual family. This is fake.
Okay, yeah. Oh no, but
Decoy.
yeah. So I guess they must have been talking to him
Yeah.
before. Okay, so this is a whole.
Yeah, they set him up.
They say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just,
Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
Kids of her
It'll be
age.
fine.
I listen in on Donnie's conversation with the detective and the decoy.
You've done this before.
You'll be fine.
Oh, just give me a second.
I'm telling you, she's really nervous.
And at times I cringe at what I'm
He's so
hearing.
calm.
This is something you're wanting to do.
She'll do whatever.
You'll be great.
Yeah, I just do what I'm told.
You do. Daddy's girl, huh?
Absolutely.
That's a wonderful
She is.
thing.
We want to make sure she's safe.
Yes.
You've done this before? I mean,
Yeah.
make her feel better. Like, I mean, that's what makes her feel better. Like, this is.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with.
Sometimes I just need to be like talked through it, you know.
Well, yeah. We're going to be very slow, very easy.
Ew.
We're going to kiss a lot,
That's mad.
play a lot.
I know she was concerned. You said you're safe. Like, she don't get pregnant.
Oh,
At
no.
13, can you
Oh,
imagine
no.
going to
Oh,
do
good
drugs?
Lord.
He's letting her know how.
No, I've had a vasectomy forever.
Okay.
I had 2 kids, so I'm.
I mean, anybody this young, though, I mean, this is,
Anybody this young?
yeah.
I have been with another 13-year-old.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, how'd that go? Was that okay?
It went super.
Did it?
Yeah.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah, he's too comfortable. That's why I can't get around my head. He's too comfortable. He's sitting there relaxed with his leg on his leg like that, going, yeah, no.
I've been with another 13-year-old.
Even though he brought a milkshake, like always, like he's doing like a normal day out, and this is just like a leisure activity. I'm just gonna go to the park.
People in this world, man.
That's why I'm trying to get my head around this to say like there's people like this that actually exist.
He's 70 years old, 2 kids.
Oh my, he's got 2 kids.
Ugh.
Oh, that's tough.
That's disgusting.
My thing is though as well, like, I'm not even trying to be rude, but like, how does a man like this just casually walk around sleeping with? I mean, he's definitely grooming them.
Yeah.
100%.
Or
That's
he's
anyway.
talking to them like through people who pimp them out. Or something.
Yeah, and then they don't know what they're getting themselves into, innit?
This guy's
That's
sick.
yeah, this is
sick.
perversion on another level.
Disgusting.
I'll tell you a little bit about me.
He's got his whole backstory.
I love younger women. I absolutely adore them. You've done a great job with her. I can tell.
What do you mean?
You brought her up right.
What do you mean? Like, just
Sexually.
yeah. You mean with
You say sexually?
Yeah.
with Dad helping her through this stuff?
Absolutely.
You think
I think that's very important.
that Dad helps her sexually?
I think that parents should be more involved in their kids' sexual activities.
He's got 2 kids. He's got 2 kids. That's disgusting. That's
Oh,
disgusting.
because you know he's probably doing
That's
that with his own.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
Oh, that's
I
crazy.
think parents should be more involved. God forbid.
God forbid.
No, thank you.
Broski's sitting there like, yo, he's like, yeah, no, like, oh, what's the speech for 2024 president? Yeah, no, I'm just thinking we're missing something in the community. I think we need some more parents getting involved. I know it's taboo. I know it's probably not what people are used to hearing. But honestly, I just think it's great for bonding. Like, sharp. Please stop. I can't get my...
I can't even eat and watch this. That's gross. That's gross.
I don't understand how he's speaking with so much, like...
I think
calmness.
Parents should be more involved with their kids sexually.
It's the way he's set up as well. He's
Get
like
out.
the way he's set up so confidently. He's like, let me tell you something about myself. You know, because he's prepared this, like, he's got this like script that he's just ready to use, like the terms and conditions that he's used to doing to read before every 13-year-old before he starts doing something mad with them. But I still can't get my head around how casual he's being right now, and it just makes me think that some people can get so warped into a sense of their own reality that they completely be so wrong about something, like, so they can think so perversely about something and not even think they think they're being normal. There's no signs of discomfort on his side, which makes wow,
That's gross.
wow, that's scary.
Personally, I think it's a shame that they don't.
Yeah, it was tough, but we worked through it.
Well, that's great. Well, sit down and have your shake.
Okay, well, you want to go put it inside?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. You ready to get this started?
If you like.
Yeah.
Or now, are you joining this?
Sheriff's office.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Stand up.
Since Donnie said he knew what this was, it should be no surprise then that he's put in cuffs
Right, he
and
seemed
read
like
his rights.
that's what I thought.
After interviewing with the detectives, I get the chance to speak with Donnie. Settle in, as you're about
Putting him
to
on
hear
blast,
his
you know.
entire
His face is everywhere
sex
for
life
everyone to see.
story.
Should we put this in part 2?
This conversation.
Or should we watch the full thing? Oh, I accidentally... This isn't...
Nah,
oh.
How long is this already? 13.
Okay.
I'm really trying to do a 30-minute
Okay, let's do it.
episode, like, video. Something that people have been.
Settle in, as you're about to hear his entire sex life story.
Ooh.
Hey, Donnie. How old are you?
70.
70. Mm-hmm. Explain to me why a 70-year-old man is attracted to having sex with a 13-year-old girl.
I have been, well, I'll go back
Sure.
the ways. My last wife and I got a divorce after 20 years.
Say the word.
Basically, it was a sexless marriage.
A sexless marriage.
She was all into her job. When she found out our daughter was had disabilities, she couldn't handle it. She threw herself into her work.
Okay, you had a sexless marriage, but I understand the frustration there, all right? I get that. But
Right,
how does
like,
that
how do you-
translate
there's
into
no way you're
you
trying
at
to-
being 70 years old, wanting
Please
to have sex with a
try and
13-year-old
find
girl? Where does
one.
that come from?
There's no reason, but I would love to see him
I
try.
wish I knew. I don't know that.
Okay.
See, these people are trying to say... I've heard a lot of this, like... Because I've watched a couple episodes and I've seen other, child predators say that this ish is, like, no, it's normal, it's natural. Like they're just born with the urge to like children. It's like same way like a gay person will say, "Oh, I'm born gay."
Yeah.
Like a lot of these child predators will say like, "I was born with an attraction to children," which I just don't agree with.
That's mad to me.
I just don't agree with that.
Even in his scenario, let's even give him the fact that he was born like attracted to children, right? Let's just give him that. Are we now still? Is that now something you're trying to say that is a good thing? Because there's people that are born with certain predispositions, that might make them more like susceptible to certain things.
Yeah.
But we can all understand if you weren't born that predisposition, you probably would have a more easy going, more functional life. So it's not everything you're born with that's good for you, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
It's like, so can we, like, even if he was born having attraction, like, surely you can still see how there's something wrong with that. Someone who's premature, he's not developed, you're a fully grown man, this person doesn't understand really what their own body, what's going on, the long-lasting effects that can have on someone.
That's so weird.
I don't know how you can,
so sorry.
even if you had that attraction, I'm willing to, because there's people out there that are attracted, but that's why you got to coach them out of it, because they say that there's obviously things that are wrong with that, a lot of things.
I feel like it stems from like porn, like that kind of stuff. Like I don't think you wake up one day and you're like, that 13-year-old, I want to sleep with her. That is some messed up ish. No. You're not, I'm sorry, we can't, I'm not here for the normalization of, oh, I was just born this way.
Definitely and that's why I'm even willing to go, like, even if you were born this way, let's say there's something that happened in your birth that made you born this way, let's just give them that. We're still not going to normalize the fact that this is good. Like, just because you're born with something doesn't automatically mean...
It doesn't give you a pass.
It's good, or it's right for you, is what I'm trying to say. And so...
I agree.
Yeah, this is mad.
But I continue to try to understand this. 13 is a child. 13 cannot give consent.
Right.
I understand.
Yet you're here at 70 years old after a sexually charged conversation, a bizarre scenario in which you want to watch the father have sex with the daughter, you have sex with the daughter, then you have sex with the father.
I never said anything.
That was in the chat, Donnie.
Oh, not great to a father
right.
thing.
Well, that's what it's in the chat.
He's stuck, man. I bet Chris is about to whip out the chat logs.
You don't remember that?
No.
Don't tell me he's going to whip out the chat logs.
So you never said you were going to have sex with the dad at some point after you had sex with the daughter, then watch the daughter and the father have sex?
I did not say anything about sex with the father that I remember.
But you were going to have sex with the girl?
That was what he wanted, yes.
No, that's what he wanted or what you wanted?
What both wanted.
You both wanted?
Yes.
So you're going to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
Probably.
And you're okay with that?
No, not really.
Not really, but you're here, Donnie. You drove from Indiana.
I understand.
90 minutes?
That's a long ass.
You stopped at the store. You stopped at the restaurant to get a milkshake, knowing that it was going to a 13-year-old girl.
Hey,
you're
that's
going to get
facts,
her
though.
already, so you could have sex with her.
Chris is.
You
know, that's how you know Chris has done this before.
He paid it play by play.
Yeah.
You stopped at the shop.
Right.
And you bought the milkshake.
Right.
So you could have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
Right. He's running. You did
Does that sound right to you, Donnie?
He did do that. He did that. He did stop. He didn't have to.
He didn't have
to. He chose to stop.
You knocked on the door, walked in, sat down, knowing full well what you're doing is wrong.
So yeah, it's like it doesn't. Someone's not adding up here. Like
something's not right.
If what you're doing is wrong, you didn't see your actions.
Yeah.
Aren't telling me this is wrong.
What's kind of going on in that messed up head of yours, Donnie?
And he's so calm with it, innit, Chris? He's like, you did it, because this is something that I think a lot of people just can get very emotional about. Like, as soon as you get a child involved, anything with a child, people get so emotional, and even I'm getting emotional even thinking about it as well. Even imagine for my daughter, I'll go crazy. But Chris is so like calm, like
he's a seasoned veteran.
He's done this, and the questions are very just well driven, objective, and they're not charged. Like it seems like he's having a normal conversation, even though this is something that's not normal. Which I rate about him.
Already, so you could have sex with her.
He kept telling me she liked the milkshake, so yeah, I brought her a milkshake.
Right. And then you were going to let her have the milkshake. And you're going to take her in the back room, take off her clothes, look her over, touch her, feel her, molest this 13-year-old girl, and then have sex with her. You're going to get your 70-year-old body all over this little girl. Right? That was a plan?
That sounds very dirty. And
Well, what the hell is it then, Donnie?
Okay. Maybe he's not getting it. Maybe he's getting it.
talking about it.
What do you do for a living, Don?
I'm retired.
What did you do before you
I was
retired?
an engineer.
An engineer.
Yep.
You made a good living.
Yes.
How does a guy who's an engineer living a comfortable retirement turn into a predator who drives into another state to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
I don't really know. I can't tell after that.
You can't help me with this?
No.
I just don't know.
When we got married, I know that one of the
Going back to the marriage.
people actually
Stemming from somewhere.
thought I had what was called a love disorder.
A love disorder.
Is that something you know of, or
I've never heard
Never heard of a love
addiction,
disorder.
addiction.
Love disorder.
Yeah.
People don't even know what love
Sex.
is, let alone a love disorder. How? Man don't even know if they're
I
in
would have
love.
been like, yeah, the love disorder where crazy people who are deluded and delusional in the head think that it's okay to sleep with children. Oh, that, yeah. Why, lad? Idiot.
I've never heard it
Love
put that way.
addiction,
Love
or-
addiction?
Yeah.
Sex addiction I've heard of.
Well,
Wait, so-
they said it wasn't really a sex addiction, but it's that you wanted to be needed.
You want to be needed. But you can be needed with somebody
Yeah,
who's
that's
of
not what
legal
it is.
age, Donnie.
That's
Right.
right.
I mean,
no,
this
no,
is-
right though. That's a good. Thank you, Chris.
You can be,
How are you trying to
be needed with someone who's
That's
an adult.
hilarious. You know what?
Johnny. It doesn't have to be a child, you know.
Right.
It could be an adult.
You know what? I'm this is a joke, by the way. I'm going to preface this. I'm disappointed in that answer he gave Chris. Because for someone who's been doing this for a while now, I would have thought you would have gave a better response.
Come on, you can be better.
Man said, I just need to be
Needed.
And
Welcome
I'm like,
welcome to the world, mate.
right. So you that's your
What does it make you
excuse.
special?
That's your excuse.
Honestly.
What's that
He's
got
not
to do
even
with a
trying at
child?
this
He's not
point.
even. I'm like, please try harder.
No, he's not trying.
Go down with a fight or
He's
something.
not,
like-
he's not. I just want to be needed by a 13-year-old. Come on, Donnie.
This is.
Do better.
I just.
Do better.
That answer right there. I was thinking he's gonna give me something more than that. But this is still wrong though. It's still wrong.
disgusting.
This is disgusting.
With somebody
think he's
who's
a fool.
of legal age,
He's a
Donnie.
fool.
Well, I agree.
I mean, this is among the worst cases I've ever seen. And
How are they giving us an advert about engineering? You know? Yo, this is crazy, man. They're
wrong for that.
listening to us.
They're wrong for that.
and you sat here and I've ever seen. And you sat here and told the undercover detective who you thought was the father of the 13-year-old child that it was good that he was putting his daughter out for sex with an older man. You said that.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it.
We were there.
Why did you think it was good for a father to allow his 13-year-old daughter to have sex with a 70-year-old man?
explain
Why
that.
is that good in any way?
Please give me.
I don't know.
Bro,
You don't
he was
know.
giving a speech about
You
it.
said it was good.
Well, yeah, I said a lot of things. I said I'd done other 13-year-olds too, and I hadn't.
But you said you were talking to a 15-year-old and you're going to do her when she turns 16.
That's
But
good.
yeah, but that's legal at that time.
It creates the impression that you do this a lot, Donnie.
Well, 2 cases.
Well,
That was it.
You just woke up this morning and decided to get into some sort of a chat room or social media
We've
site.
been talking for a long time.
All right. Well, I just got a couple other things here. Now, you have daughters of your own.
Yes.
Did you have sex with your daughters when
Right.
they're
No.
13? Did you offer your 13-year-old daughters for
No,
sex
I did
with
not.
adult men? Then why is it okay for you to come here and do it today, Donnie? Explain
It's
that.
not.
It's not. But you're here.
Yes, I am.
Are you a predator?
No.
You're going to prey upon a 13-year-old girl?
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I think it's pretty clear
I'm not
based on
really
the
sure
camera.
I can even get a hard on, just to tell you the truth.
Did you bring Viagra or another
No.
drug?
No.
So you're just going to have this experiment and see if you can pull it off?
Basically.
Basically. When's the last time you had sex with a young girl?
With a young girl?
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. And
I thought he was trying to be smart, and just because for legal reasons, not to admit to anything. But obviously, even though it's kind of bait already, what you're doing, but he's already admitted before as well, like that he said he was going to sleep with her. So it's like, I thought he was trying to be smart about it, but he's already done it.
And he's clearly lying.
He's clearly lying, yeah. Now it's like, if you're going to do the lying thing, you should have been lying.
Yeah, man.
You've already just said, he asked you initially, like, you want to sleep with her? He's like, probably was, yeah. And I was like, bro, like, now you want to go back and start lying now, bro. It's like, oh, this guy, get him out of here, man. Get him out of here.
2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago.
I don't even know what he's trying to do.
And
right
when's
now.
the last time you met a girl online and then went to go have sex with her?
Probably 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. Why then today?
I don't know. It was the conversation that we all had, and
Got all fired up.
he really said, how excited he was and how everybody was so excited and wanted to do this. And
Do you have a sexual
Just
addiction,
stop
Donnie?
talking.
no, one psychologist said it was asexual,
Deviancy?
something like that.
Something
maybe.
like deviancy, yeah.
My thing is, I want to explore.
You want to explore.
I want to explore
You're an
sexual
adventurer.
behavior. Yes, the adventure,
Right.
that's what.
Why don't you climb a mountain or something as opposed to come over and rape a 13-year-old girl?
Well, the thing of it is, it's more the journey than the end result.
Really?
And I'm not sure that it's more, it's like hunting. It's more the chase than the.
This guy don't even know
This
what
is
he's
like
saying.
hunting to you.
Now you're twisting my words.
I'm asking about your words to have you expand
Well, he's
on
lucky
it.
he's got this amount of time to speak right
I
now.
like to meet new people.
You like to meet new people. Now, you can't go to a social setting near your home where more appropriately aged people are?
I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
getting to here.
Yeah.
What do you think should happen to you, Donnie?
Well, I think that's probably up to the.
You're in a boatload of trouble,
I
son.
understand that.
There's something else you need to understand, is that I'm Chris Hansen,
Okay.
and I'm a journalist, and we do stories
Okay.
on men who try to meet children for sex.
Okay.
Are you sorry about this?
Absolutely.
What do you tell other men who may be thinking about doing the same thing?
It's not worth it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Anything else?
No, not for you.
Okay. Donnie, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Damn.
What is the best way
Gotcha.
to create an additional income stream but also
Gotcha.
build real wealth
Damn.
over time?
Before deputies
Donnie.
take Donnie away, I want to ask him about another disturbing detail of his life.
Hey, Donnie, I got one more thing I want to ask you, if that's okay. What's all this stuff about you meeting some folks over at Penzie and the Greenfield Area Chamber of Commerce? Does that ring a bell with you?
Yeah.
What goes on there?
What goes on at the Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, the meeting. Is it where you meet people?
No, actually, I facilitate, or I used to facilitate, I still do, but facilitate group meetings with people with addiction behaviors.
Tell me about that.
It's basically different from AA in that we're not, and we're more into a recovery after somebody has been through treatment for alcoholism, drugs, whatever.
Are you a recovering alcoholic?
No, my recovery is from anger and the experiences I have before from the sex deviant type stuff.
And when you say your previous sex deviant type stuff, was that an addiction for you? And again, I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm trying to help other folks who might be in the same situation.
I don't know if it was an addiction. Nobody ever really pinpointed it.
Right. But what was it? What were you doing that made you concerned?
The only thing I was doing was I was on websites talking to women.
Right. And were you meeting them or just
No.
talking to them?
Just talking to them.
And was this fulfilling a fantasy of yours just by talking?
Yes.
So you're getting off that way with the chance?
Well, according to my psychologist at the time, I was feeling the need to be needed.
And so you would go on these sites, you would meet these random people, you would have this sexually charged conversation, but you wouldn't meet.
No, it never made. Most of them.
It was fantasy.
99% of them are fake. Either they're hookers.
Right.
Or there's somebody trying to scam you out of money.
Got it.
Oh, you know, send me $50 and I'll come. No, I ain't gonna send you $50 and you come.
Did you ever get taken by any of these folks?
No, they're pretty recognizable.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
So how long did this behavior go on before you decided you were going to get some help, some treatment for it?
Before I got divorced, I got into recovery programs.
And was that an attempt to save your marriage or just to save your own sanity?
Well, both.
Yeah. So your wife caught you messing around online, is that?
Well, she knew I was talking to other people online.
Right.
She didn't like it. And
Didn't know why she would like that.
She was actually playing around on me at the time also.
She was.
And that was pretty devastating.
Yeah. So you go to these meetings there and you talk to other people who are recovering from various addictions as well.
Correct.
And it's helped you.
Well, yes, it does helpful. It is helpful.
But it didn't help you today.
And this I see is pretty much a relapse.
Yeah, relapse. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, Donnie. Thank you. I appreciate it.
A relapse,
I can't put my finger on this.
19 years we've been doing predator investigations, and I can honestly tell you I have never seen, heard, or experienced anything quite like that.
Man.
Donnie was indicted by a grand jury and charged with 2 felonies: importuning, which is the act of soliciting a minor to engage in sexual activity, and possession of criminal tools. Montgomery County Sheriff Rob Streck sees the dangers of potential child predators when the line between fantasy and reality becomes blurred.
A 70-year-old man drove from Indiana, retired engineer, for a scenario in which he would have sex with a 13-year-old girl, and then he would watch the girl's father have sex with the girl. And then they were all going to have sex together. And when you watch this guy come in, and your detectives and one of your deputies went undercover as the father and the daughter, he's so comfortable, so at home with this notion. He sits on the couch and says, oh, you're doing a great thing with your daughter because boys her age don't know how to treat a girl. It is one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen. And this guy was dead serious about doing it. There's no question. This wasn't play acting. This is what he wanted to do. You ever see anything quite like this?
That scenario we've never seen, and I think even some of our hardened detectives and the people that were on the scene, that one surprised them a little bit. It's these fantasies that get in these individuals' heads that to normal people who understand that you can't act on your fantasies, for some reason this individual felt the need that he has to act on it. This is probably a person who is not new at this. To be that comfortable to walk into a situation like that, I don't know for sure because we're not done following up on these cases yet, but that just doesn't seem like someone who's done this for the first time. This seems like somebody who's comfortable with these acts and continues to do them.
Brings a milkshake to the girl. Go enjoy your milkshake. Come back and we'll start the sex party here. I mean, he then says he thinks it's a good thing that parents are involved in their children's sex lives and sexual education.
Which makes you think,
from a
what's he
hands-on
been
standpoint. It's very, very troubling.
Yeah, it's disturbing. All of these cases, are very serious crimes. People, can the system save them? Can the system help them? We don't know. But once again, you get into these more and more devious fantasies, and it's just even hard to think about how, if you're going to have sex with a child and then watch a child and a parent have sex together and then want to join in, that is just disturbing fantasies that would be very hard to get out of someone's head, especially when you're 70 years old. This is something that he wanted to do, and he followed out. Luckily, he's now across the street in my jail, and hopefully no one else could be victimized. He's a disturbed individual that for some reason has gotten through so far.
And here's the thing, Sheriff, he told me he knew he had issues. He had seen counselors, psychologists about it, and he said, just to top it all off, that he acted as a counselor
and ran meetings where he helped other men who had
this doesn't even make sense
sexual
to me,
fantasies and addictions. He's the counselor. He goes into jails and counsels inmates in the Hammond County, Indiana jail on how to get over these sexual fantasies, these inappropriate sexual desires and urges. And here he is, acting one out. These guys are among us, aren't they?
Yeah, they're among us. And once again, unfortunately, we know that people like to parade in these positions, and more than likely, he's doing it to fulfill his fantasy. He's doing it to tell everybody what a great guy he is, but in reality, he's still knee-deep in those fantasies, obviously. He's at home typing or on his phone typing, trying to set up these relationships. And for him to be in jails working with inmates, this is just one more reason why we do these kinds of things. We're not going to stand for it here in Montgomery County. You're going to go across the street and you're going to stay in the jail, and we're going to prosecute you with everything that we have, whether it's protecting our children, protecting families, or something like this where he's in the community trying to help individuals. These are the ways we can stop them finally, to where somebody says, no, we're not going to allow you to do that. And that hopefully will help keep some people from being victims.
Mad.
True Blue is the premier source for true crime shows and documentaries.
Big up True
Be sure
Blue,
to
man.
check out our full lineup and previous episodes of Takedown at watchtrueblue.com.
Big up True Blue.
Right, we want to check out comments?
Yeah, I want to see the comments.
So we all got here who says, you're raising her right. More parents need to be involved with their kids sexually. Yeah, he said that right. He said that. You're raising her right. Or a sick B. I don't believe he didn't abuse his daughters. Right, not for us. Right, because you're not, I think subconsciously people tend to project how they want. Like when people are being true to themselves, they're being true to how they would want people to be with them. So, so if you're casually going around saying, I think it's a good thing that you raise your daughters, but that means that's what you generally think. You generally think it's a good thing that people do that. So you actually probably do that with your own children. That's why you're saying to other people that it's a good thing that you're raising her well. Like you sleep, like you doing sexual encounters with her is good. No way, I don't believe for a second he didn't do it. He 100, I can't say 100%, but there's a great chance. Says when the creep said he's been with another 13-year-old girl, my stomach dropped and my heart sank. These people are evil. Him denying,
It's just disgusting, right?
Him denying he said he'd have S with the dad, but openly saying he was gonna have the daughter is wild. Yeah.
This guy's.
He didn't even make sense.
He's disturbing. He's so disturbing. But the scary thing is there's so many guys that are like him that literally just out and among us. Like I think
you wouldn't even expect some of them as well.
The even scarier thing to me is like the people who go into these places of work because they like young children, like the people who become, child support workers or primary school teachers or stuff like that, where they're like around children because they have a sick desire to like have sex. It's like even in the movies where you'll see in the movies where you'll see like the students having a relationship with a teacher, that is just not okay. Like that it should not be normalized. And there's like people who actually will go into these sectors of work because they're sick and twisted. Look at Lucy Letby, bro. Like she was a freaking nurse or something, and she was killing babies. I heard about that, yeah. I'm like, these people, like, it's disgusting. It's sick.
Yeah, that was mad. Yeah, Lucy Letby. I don't know if you, maybe some Americans might not know this. Maybe that's more local to the UK, but it's basically this doctor. Yeah, literally went around killing babies, and I think it was babies that were like that people wouldn't have noticed as much because they were like on life support or like more premature babies that weren't like fully functioning at the time. So then she would just kill them.
Yeah. And these are supposed to be people we're supposed to put our trust in.
Right.
We're supposed to this guy was an engineer, so thank goodness he wasn't really around children like that. But there are so many of these predators who are around children every single day. Because they want to be around children, and they're like, it's just disgusting.
It's so disgusting.
It's
even I remember the guy who's basically owns True Blue and stuff, Sean Reck. I don't want to say Chris. I was like, Sean Reck. He was even saying this stuff was becoming more common. Like the men are actually pimping out their daughters. Like dads are pimping out their daughters. Like this stuff is actually more common. So it's like, I just think you can just see especially in a first world country, right? Like, you know, where we don't have raw issues we're dealing with. Like, you know, it's you see the brain starting now to tap into more. You start to engage in more fantasies. At least is what I think.
And there are apps that facilitate this. This is when, like, people who post their children, like, on Instagram, people who, you know, pimp out their children, because there are parents who do pimp out their children. Like, there are so many places where if you are a child predator, there's so many places where you can go and see children. And you can go and get in contact with children. Hard. It's not hard, and that's the scary thing. Like,
even then you get some celebrities as well that you be hearing and stuff like they. And then, but this is I just think as well, like, because even I used to deep things as well. Like, when you got so much power, fame, like, just on a side note, when it comes to celebrities, because you hear scandals like them with that all the time with normal people, but also with people that just have too much time on their hands, too much power where they could just get away with anything. And it's like, I feel like especially if you're not someone who's rooted in some like moral integrity, you're human. Like, your brain can just wander places. And if you got the power,
Bible says don't be led by your flesh, because this is a prime
that's
example.
a prime example of
someone
like,
who's living in fantasy land.
Not everything that you can do is good for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Simple as that, man. Just because not everything that your flesh desires, not everything that you crave is good for you. If anything, most things that people crave are was bad for them.
Amen.
So this is one of them. This is terrible. I can't believe this, man. I was trying to figure out how this was actually going on.
That's literally gross.
Like, wow.
Guys. If you guys want to see us react to more True Blue episodes, let us know down in the comments below, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think of this whole episode? What did you guys think of this long video that we got? We made this video is like quite long, so let us know if you guys enjoyed these long videos.
Right, let us know where you're watching from as well.
Yeah.
If you're watching on the way to work, before you go to sleep, coming back from work, on your break, something. Let us know. This is like binge-worthy content, and I hope you guys, if you didn't make it this far, comment down. I always do so much. Comment down a blue heart for True Blue. Comment down a blue heart if you made it this far, just so we know who made it to this point. It'll be so sick to see whoever watched the full thing. Just let us know. Does us a big favor. Let us know who's watching. And yeah, because another thing as well, like, he's saying that this is one of the worst ones, so that makes me think, what other kind of stuff gets when? If this is worse,
makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I'm saying, I wonder what else goes on.
Yeah,
I've been to see what some of these other episodes. I can't speak.
Yeah, guys, subscribe to the channel. Love y'all, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Take care.
Bye.
Peace.